So, guys, I hear what Aisha Yesufu, hear what she's telling the Igbos. She said nobody will take Biafra serious till Southeast governors ask for it, says Aisha Yesufu. He said nobody will take Biafra serious till Southeast governors ask for it. The indigenous people of Biafra have intensified their call for Biafran state. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the group, has been doing a lot of international diplomacy to achieve this goal. But Aisha Yusufu, a public affair commentator, has added a forgotten and overlooked piece of the puzzle. Aisha states that until the Southeast governors ask for it, the entire country will not take the call for Biafra very serious. She stated in response to an anonymous question put to her on why the efforts of the IPOB has not yielded the desired fruits. She replied, "Who is holding them? Tell them to demand for it. You think if the Southeast governors demand for it, it wouldn't be taken seriously?" The point she raised is very critical, in that the quest of this nature should have majority of the opinion leaders and politicians involved in it. Well, in my opinion, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion. In my opinion, some people, in my opinion, let me just say my opinion. In my opinion, I think to a very large extent, which is right, which I have been talking about even before now, that the problem the Biafrans, the IPO members or the Igbos are having, the problem are numerous, but one of the problem is the leadership in that zone, in that region, the leadership, because they don't believe in it. And exactly because, like, we have a majority of them in upper and lower chamber. What do? They don't even talk anything about it, even if it is referendum, because they always tell us that there's no referendum in our constitution. I don't know how that can be put together or that can be brought, because when you talk about having a different country, because I always stand on that, people tend to see it, people would maybe, I don't know, some region, they tend to see it as a taboo, even from the Southeast themselves. Some people believe it's a taboo for you to request or to ask for a country that you don't want to be part of this country. And most of the time, you see that they always accuse the British, because of course the British brought everybody together. But some people are living in denial. The same British, the same Great Britain, they left EU. Why? Because they came together. They had reason for them to come together to be part of a European Union. But at some point, after many years, after many decades, over 4 decades, they just saw that, oh, this thing is not working. It's not really working for them. So they have to like, they have to say, oh, we want to go about our own this thing. We don't want to be part of you. So I see no reason why the same UK will be saying, oh, our togetherness is something that we continue with, which is neither here nor there. You cannot continue or do something, over and over again, repeating the same thing, and you want a different result. And that's why these people said, no, we want to go our own way. But those who said, oh, we want to stay back, of course, you have the right to say you want to stay back. And the remaining ones, if they feel that they want to stay back, or they love what is happening, good and fine. But that does not mean other people cannot say, oh, we want to have our own country. The same UK or the same Great Britain will be saying, oh, we have to stay together, but you left the European Union. But that being said, but based on what Aisha has said, which is totally correct, because majority of the leaders, because they will not take them serious, we have them as governors. What is their position? It's a different ballgame entirely. And we know that even it cuts across board. Those who are even shouting, oh, we want to be one Nigeria, we want this one Nigeria. I mean, the masses themselves, they don't even know the disservice they are doing to themselves, because their so-called leaders are not in any way having their own interests or putting them, considering them in many, many things. See what is happening. Is being able to expose majority of them. Of course, we know that is what they do. With this COVID-19, see what is happening all over the place. And those people who are the masses, because when you talk about the people, the real people are the masses. Forget all this, the few percent of these leaders that we have. What is their percentage? The real people are the people on the street, day-to-day people. Majority of them don't even know they are doing the service to them, because the so-called people, the so-called leaders they look up to, majority of people have not really gotten the fact that these people do not have their interests at heart, because of the crumbs, because of the little peanuts they give them, and because these people have been able to weaponize the people with the poverty. So majority of people don't even know what is obtainable, and that is why and some people are not even bothered. So if the leadership of the Southeast people are on the same page with the people on ground, who are the Biafrans, who are the Igbos, who tells you that it will not be possible? It will be possible, because at the top there, they say different things, but when they come to their people, they say different things. And that's why the people they've been able to see that these guys are just deceiving us, and they don't even care about them. Those who are still, supporting their own leadership or their leaders, they can continue to do that. But some people, they pretend. We love to cover up with truth. We love to pretend even while we are suffering. So the people now get to know, or got to know, that their leaders are not even sincere, and it's cut across board. Unless you have not been able to look at it very critically, or you have not been able to look at it in that line, that is when you can say, oh yes, our leaders, they are just deceiving everybody. Whether you believe in Biafra or you don't believe in Biafra, which of the divide that you belong to, if you look critically, if you think thoroughly and truly, you will see that these leaders do not have your interests at heart. And that is just the way it is. So if Biafra wants to take place, if Biafra wants to really, get the desired, or the result that it's desired, definitely the people, the leaders, we must be at the forefront. But with the way it is, I don't think is going to make any huge difference, because somebody has taken it upon himself, who is a Nnamdi Kanu. He has taken it upon himself that since these people are not ready, then we have to, take it upon ourselves to do the needful, to do the right thing, whatever it's going to take. Just like he said in most of his broadcast, he said they're not going to use gun, they're not going to use anything, but the truth which they know, they will use it to fight it out, and they will use it to get whatever they want to get. So like Aisha said, she might be right, but you cannot continue to depend on these people, because they're not ready for you. They are not ready. Across board, all these leaders are not ready whatsoever. So the same thing goes to the Southeast leadership and their leaders. They are not ready to dance into the tune of this hip-hop, because majority of them are lazy. That is just what it is. They just want already made thing, and because of the oil, everybody wants to go to Abuja to go and get their own share of the national cake. And at the end of the day, people always say, oh, they are holding the center responsible. They are trying to hold them accountable. What about their location that the so-called governors and those who are representing at different levels, what have they done with the resources they've been given? Which is a valid question. But like I said, for those who have a broader mindset, you will know that these people are not ready. They are not ready. And if they are not ready, because majority of the people, the masses themselves, do not even know the power which they carry. They don't even know how important they are. They don't know how great they are. And that is why you see that most of the time everybody just like, oh, wetin concern me, I beg go make them do wetin they don't like, or now they know wetin they won't do. But you don't know that you have that power. But because another thing that is still making us not to get the desired result as a people, I'm talking of people of the Nigerian people, because we are not united. These people have been able to calculate and use a lot of things to divide us, and that's why we are not just together. So now somebody has said, oh, I will take this thing upon myself, because these leaders are not to be trusted. And that is why it could drag for a very long time. Oh, but you might not know, it might come very soon, it might come later. But one thing I believe, and what I've been encouraging them is, continue with what you are doing, because these guys are not ready unless there's something drastic that will happen. If anything drastic really happen, that is when maybe they will have a change of mind. But with what we have seen, we have seen, and what we are still seeing, they are not ready to do anything. Of course, maybe it would have helped, or it would have speed up the agitation, this Biafra agitation, in a way. But they are not ready to do that. So that is why I'm really, aligning with what she said, that if the leaders are not ready to do anything, because they would go and tell them at the center, forget them. But it is clear now that even the so-called Nnamdi, who is not holding any position, who has never held any position in this country, is more popular. And the people, almost 90%, let me just be moderate, if not 95-90% of the people on ground in that Southeast, they respect him more than all the governors put together. It's a given, it's a fact. That is just, you can't even dispute that. And that is why I believe that, when the majority say this is what we want, definitely they will get it. The few ones that are not really trying to align, who call themselves leaders, of course they can continue to do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, these people will still get what they want to get. But like Aisha said, if really they have interest, or they want to go, or they believe in this Biafra, maybe majority of them don't want to come out, publicly. But if you don't come out publicly to say this is what I want, so nobody believes you, nobody will take you serious. So majority of them still just want that what they are getting, that free cash they are getting. They don't want to start from the scratch. You think Nnamdi Kanu is enjoying what he's doing? He's not enjoying it, because it's a tedious work. It's a strong work. It's a job for someone who is really determined and who has that heart. And someone says, I am full-blooded Igbo man. This woman has wisdom. And someone says, I disagree. The only way they can be taken seriously is when the Igbos in the north, Lagos and Abuja, start moving to the east. They are not looking for Biafra, but using it to blackmail the government to get some concessions. Until they move to the east, no one will take them seriously. I think this one is even talking from a different angle. Anybody can be anywhere. It does not matter. We have a lot of Nigerians who are abroad. We have a lot of British people who are in Nigeria doing one or two things. So it's not a yardstick that because they don't want. No, it's not a yardstick. Even if they get the Biafra today, it doesn't mean that everybody must be there. What is this person talking about? It doesn't matter that everybody must be in that Biafra. Is it everybody is it every Nigerian that is Nigerian now? Or is it only Nigerians that we have in Nigeria? What are we talking about? Anybody can decide to stay anywhere, and doesn't matter. That has not changed your identity or where you came from because you are staying in a particular place. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning what Aisha Yesufu has said, that if really the Igbo leaders will support, or they will be in front for this agitation, definitely it will come to pass. Everybody has a different opinion, but let's hear your opinion. Leave it down there in the comment section. Thank you.